Scene 1. Pran Talk. Someone told me that there are no secrets in this world. Once the secret is known by more than two people, it's no longer a secret. I don't like having secrets. I never feel like it's fun to hide something. It only causes continuous trouble. Despite that, I've had this one secret ever since I was born. It's a secret known by more than two people. A secret that unintentionally happened, and still a secret I've been trying to keep hidden as best as I can. Maybe I'm afraid that if the secret is no longer a secret, something will be lost. Bran, watch out! Whip, thud. Y shouts from behind, and I dodged by instinct. Another guy lunges past where I was standing and tumbles on the ground, missing his target. He turns his head and scowls at me before springing up. His clenched fist rises up, ready to break my jaw. I take the chance to bend down, tilt my head, dodging his attack, and smack him back right under his chin. I pant and take a step back, losing quite an energy with that movement. You! Thud! Ugh! Bran! Taking a long time to pull myself together, I got attacked from behind, getting kicked by someone in the back, followed by a punch in the mouth. I fall down and twist in pain from the collision between my arm and the concrete ground. Glancing up, I see Y trying to hold those engineering students back by kicking them away. I spit out some blood, wipe the liquid on the corner of my mouth off carelessly, and get up on my feet with the help from my buddy. Why, go help Kay first, I tell him and signal him to go straight to our friend who's being beaten up by two guys. Y nods and strikes one of the foes in his stomach. Then he strides there with his long legs. Even though I said that, I can barely swallow my saliva down my throat now that I'm facing with three dogs baring their fangs. At this kind of moment, where the hell are those kids who started this shit? What the heck? I guess someone like Fran Paraku can go pale too. One of them asks me with such an irritating manner. He moves closer to me with a smirk at the corner of his lips, putting both hands in his pockets. I frown a little and narrow my eyes as if asking, "What the hell do you want?" "Did you go rig it?" "Huh?" I grin and scoff. "Pow!" I throw my fist at his cheek without warning. His face jerks back from the force, an annoying smirk still plastered on his face. "You son of a bitch!" His minions behind him get flustered at my words for their leader. They bark like dogs getting ready to charge me, but when they spot a 10 arm racing before them, they all freeze, looking confused. "What? But leave him to me." Oh my god. Saying those words, Pat gives me an evil grin. The familiar grin I've seen several times in the past fistfights. Our eyes meet, and I smile back at him to accept his challenge. We hold each other's gaze until we hear the bell ringing in our heads. That is our one last glance before we rush toward one another. The first punch lands on my stomach, but it's not strong enough to hurt me. I seize the nape of his neck and slam my knee in his belly in return. Our faces are so close that they almost touch before he collapses, wrapping his arms around his abdomen. "You're not holding back at all," he whispers through his teeth, making me smile a little. He stands up and lunges at me again. I put up my guard on the right, expecting his fist to come, but he locks his arm around my throat from the left instead. My face contorts from suffocation. I throw my weight at him to break his balance and wrap my legs around his, sending us to the ground. We keep exchanging our punches until we both run out of energy and fall over in different directions. Damn, it hurts as fuck. Y grumbles and sucks his breath in as he cleans the wound on his eyebrows with a damp cloth. I'd be surprised if it doesn't, Ke says. He looks no different. His lips are ripped, and he winces every time he speaks. Where's Golf, by the way? I ask, looking around for another member of our gang. Since the professor's faraway voice split us into all directions, I haven't caught sight of him. I last saw him leading the juniors to the other way. He'll catch up with us, I guess. These dumb juniors keep causing us troubles, as if I'm not busy enough with my project. If the topic of my thesis gets disapproved, I'll beat their asses. What's it about this time? Not sure. Kay tilts his head. From what I heard, the second year engineering students teased our freshmen. That shit again. When will our professors allocate the university budget to provide muzzles to keep those dogs shut? That way, we'd live in peace and wouldn't have to beat them ourselves. Are you okay though? That's one long wound on your arm. Why don't you clean it first? Why suddenly takes the arm I'm holding to check the wound. I'll treat it at my place. It's only a short walk. I'm walking you there. You'll be in trouble if you bump into those bastards. They're no different from us, probably licking their wounds somewhere. Come on, Kay, are you coming with us? He cuts short and asks the other guy. You two go first. I'll stay here for a while. Alright, see you tomorrow then. Don't forget to rewrite your project. Can you not mention the project now? I'm too exhausted for it. Wise sniggers and sucks his breath in again because his cheek hurts. We say goodbye to Kay and leave. You probably get confused to see how the story started out with a wild fist fight. Well, gang fight has become a tradition for us. The leading gangs, which have been rivals since the first generation of two faculties. Us, the architecture gang, and them, the engineering gang. Now that we're seniors, we have to clean up all the mess our juniors cause. We don't even need a grudge to make us run towards each other. Sometimes we, the seniors, join the force without knowing the exact reason. But we have pride. When we fight, we must win. The wound on your eyebrow, it's gonna get worse tomorrow. Wyle looks at me before touching his eyebrow and gasping. Yeah, I was too careless. He attacked me from behind. How's your stomach? You've been holding your tummy for a while. How is it, you ask? That asshole Pat threw another punch in my stomach when I fell down the first time. We miscalculated the strength we put in and got hurt pretty badly. It's covered, I shrugged. I'm fine. You'll die from internal bruising someday. And you'll probably die with a crushed face. Fuck you, Pran. I give him a weak smile. We walk through the tree-lined path to the back of the university, where many apartments for students are located. Hey, let me buy dinner real quick. Y pats my shoulder and leads our way to a noodle stall. Can I have one large spicy rice noodles, please? Do you want one? He asks me after ordering his go-to menu. Nah, your lips are a mess and you're gonna have spicy food. Look at yourself. He laughs. Yeah, I'm a sadist. What are you having though? What are you having though? I don't know. The punches got me full. He smiles, nods to end the conversation, and turns his gaze to the pot of boiling soup, waiting for the stall owner to boil the noodles and pack them. See you tomorrow then. Y says goodbye once we've reached the building where I live in. We split up here since he lives in the next building. I nod, walk in the entrance door, and go straight to the elevator. The elevator door opens for after a moment. I step inside, press the floor button, and wait for the iron door to close slowly. Wait, I'm going too. A familiar voice reaches my ears as the door is closing. It's forced to open again, revealing the blood-stained face of the person I fought with hours ago. The troublemaker smirks and pushes himself through the door to stand beside me with his eyes on the floor buttons. The ponytail on his nape bugs me like hell. He meets my eyes with that annoying smile on his face as the elevator door has finally closed, ready to go up. Pat na Pat, the leader of the fourth year engineering gang, my rival throughout my 4 years in college, I've known that if we're in the same area, a fight is to be expected. We exchange blows whenever we meet. Figuratively, I'm a fire and his fuel. All hell breaks loose when we collide. It's funny because the resentment didn't start in our generation. It started way back in our parents' age. My parents and his have been business rivals ever since before I was born. They hold a deep grudge against each other. For as long as I can remember, they've been cursing each other, drilling hatred into their children. The joke is on us all because we live next door and went to the same kindergarten, primary school, middle school, and high school. When we bumped into one another, we threw kicks as a gift. Adults' hatred had been passed on to us, the young ones, leaving us no choice but to fight and compete in everything. Grades, sports, strength. We both want to be superior in everything. Humorously, we're at the same university now. The only change is that we got into different faculties, though the buildings stand alongside one another as if begging us to just kill each other off. The situation is incredibly convenient, like we're now forced to fight. It stresses me out thinking we're probably need to blows each other for the rest of our lives. Come to think of it, it's weird to be born with a destined enemy, even before getting to learn about the other's existence. Like, I wanted to win against him, even though we'd never met. Have you eaten? I'm snapped back from the dusty past memories when the mad dog next to me taps my shoulder. How can I eat with his mouth? I say evenly, eyeing his bruised face. Go feed yourself in your room with a liquid diet. He laughs and presses his tongue in the bulge of his cheeks, the kind of action that makes my foot twitch every time I see it. I'll share bowl. I roll my eyes, tired of his face. Well, I did smack his face so many times that the sight of it pains me. Keep it for yourself. End of scene 1.